Hello and welcome back to Bits and Bobs. Today I'm heading into Squirrels Antiques in Basingstoke, which is absolutely full of coins, so stay tuned, I'll show you them all, and I'm also going to be spending a lot of money and buying some wonderful coins for the collection. So as you can see, just arrived here in Basingstoke. We're going to be heading in to the town centre, finding the antique shop, and hopefully all those wonderful, wonderful coins that I'm told are inside this antique shop, so let's go. Right, so I've made it. Here is the antique shop, Squirrels Antiques, full of coins. Let's get in there, let's get the coins, let's have a look what they've got, hopefully make some amazing purchases. So as you've seen and will continue to see, there are some amazing coins in Squirrels Antiques, and I was lucky enough to get a little interview with the owner of the shop. So for the rest of the coins, rather than just the music you're hearing, you'll also hear a little bit of an interview, and we'll see to begin with the interview that I got with the shop owner of Squirrels Antiques.
Yes, one of our biggest problems in the antiques business is it's considered to be an old person's sport. Now, there are an awful lot of things you can collect, like you guys, you collect coins, you're happy with your coins, but it also teaches you a lot about history and how social history ran with money, because you would have had a pocket full of coinage. You'd learn how the coins are developed, you learn how they became important in life. The same goes with the rest of the antique stuff. And we spend a lot of our time trying to encourage youngsters to start collecting, get off their mobile phones, get off of their computers, and start actually holding real, tangible things. One of my greatest things that we do here now is we lend things to schools for their long-term projects. So when they're doing projects on the war, we'll lend them things that actually came out of the war period. So 5-year-olds are getting to handle old bullets, old coins, ration books. Instead of just seeing it on the internet, they get to handle it in real life. And we are hoping that's going to encourage them and get them interested in this as a collector's field and keep history alive.
So there we go, as you can see, the owner here is very passionate about antiques and coins, and that led me on to asking him just how he started in the coin and antique business himself. And there's a very good story he has behind that.
A long time ago, when the Bunker brothers tried to take over the silver market, the price of silver went through the roof. And back in those days, we were getting £35 an ounce for silver, when, to be honest, £35 was about a week's wages. So you're getting, for £1, you were getting best part of a week's wages. So when I was going around the coin dealers at the time, buying their rough coinage, because they had no idea the silver price had gone up, because the internet wasn't around at all then, and I was buying scrap silver from coin and medal dealers, and then making money that way, and it just grew from there.
So there we go, a very cool story behind the sort of history of this shop and this business. And mentioning silver, we'll finish off here with some of the final pieces they have for sale that I'm exploring, are all some of their lovely silver coins. This box is full, as you can see, of old sterling pieces in very nice condition, very nice grades. So some lovely coins there. And I did find a big box of the good old, you know me, I do love a bit of 50% silver. So a little spoiler alert for when I review what I bought. I've definitely bought some of this beautiful 50% silver. But there we go.
Well, this is our shop in Basingstoke. It is amazing. It's really small. It's full of absolutely interesting little bits and pieces. We've got coins, medals, knives, guns, swords, pretty china, jewellery, everything.
Right then, we're back now at the studio. The coins I've bought, I've put in the box. Let's have a quick sneak peek. Whoa! And I'll move them just to the side over there, and we'll go through, as always, from worst to best, so stay tuned. So, I'll grab some of the the bulk stuff, I'll just say, as we were, if you will. So this is sort of just the standard stuff that I bought. They had just a lot of antique shops have this kind of stuff. So we've got some 50% silver here. Classical, you know me, I do love a bit of 50% silver. So you have a 1928 half crown, rather nice. Now the way they sold this was just pretty much, melt price plus a percentage, 5-6%, whatever it happened to be. 1936 half crown. So I didn't pay too much for these in terms of silver value, which is always good, and I believe, a good purchase. And that one 1920. And as I say often, these are just sort of scrap coins, but that is over 100 years old. So there is some great history as well. As with this one here, I paid £1.20, I believe, for this. And this is an 1899 threepence, of which I do have, but this is potentially an upgrade. It is rather lovely. It's just a pretty nice condition, good coin, 1800s piece of silver for £1.20. You can't really say no. So there's those. I'll jump into this next. Bought this coin, which is pretty cool. Let's have a look in here. So this, as we see, is a penny. Now this is very big for a penny, but if we have a good close-up look here, we can see this is a George III copper penny of 1807. And there we go, Britannia. Now these were minted in 3 years. 1806 is extremely common. You'll find them all over the place. 1807 is a bit, quite decently harder to find. Not particularly incredibly rare, but it is one definitely that's quite a bit of a key date. And then 1808, the third year, only one was made, and it's worth, £100,000. So I probably won't be getting that one. But I did buy this. I paid £7, I believe, or £7 or £8, I think, for this. So a nice, good price. We've got good high relief on the coin. Cool edge inscription / edge milling they did back then. And yeah, overall, a lovely coin. We've got the Britannia design, George III, and this is one of the very first pennies to be minted in copper. The first being the Cartwheel penny 10 years earlier in 1797. This one in 1807 for the second copper coinage of pennies. Now then, we'll move on to the next stuff, the next bits I got, which is these. Once again, we know I love it, 50% silver. But lovely condition ones. I picked out some nice coins. George V, these are all shillings. They've got 1928. George VI there, 1944. So that's a, World War II D-Day shilling, as is that one. Look at that, lovely, lovely coin. George VI, 1939, that's the Scottish variety. George VI, 45, again Scottish variety. 39, Scottish. Got 1945. So that's the VE Day shilling, English. And then, whoops, there we go. Coronation year, the first year of George VI, and the first year of Scottish shillings, 1937. Once again, these are part of with the half crowns there, just done pretty much by weight, and are very nice coins, I think, to add to the collection. There's one more that I forgot. I've got it separately here because I was just trying to read the date. Excuse me, leaning out of frame. Right, before I pressed to record, I had this one off to the side trying to read the date. I bought this for melt value, just pure what it would be worth if it was melted down. But I saved it from being melted down. This is a Gothic florin. And so let's try and read the date. I thought it was 1869 as a spoiler alert. So we've got M, so it's going to be 18, obviously. 18 with an L, so 1850, then 1 before 10. Yes, that is. Oh, hello. Is that 1849? No, it can't be. They didn't start. Well, they only started in 1851. This is what I was very confused about. 50, 1 before 10. 59. Yeah, not 49. Oh, looking back on this is going to be, dearie me, mental maths here on bits and bobs. Brilliant as always. But I believe, and please put in the comments, right, 1850, that we know they all have to start with that bit. 1 before 10, so that's another 9. 1859. Okay, right, excuse the poor arithmetic there. So this is an 1859 florin, Gothic florin. The mintage is there on screen, and I don't know if I have it for the date run. So at the end of this video, there'll be a little clip of me adding it into the date run, or I'll show you the one if I already have one in the collection. But you can't go wrong for spot price, a 1859 florin. We got there in the end. Right, now then, on to the last coin. The sort of the star, woo, little spoiler right there. This is the star purchase. Very happy with this indeed. Now, there are comments saying, rather than buying lots of coins, one should invest or buy just one coin. And this is the coin of the day. Because look at this. This is where the budget went. Bit of dirt here, but not to worry. After 300 years, this is a half crown. It has a wonderful feel to it. This is Queen Anne de Gratia. Now we notice this has an E mint mark there, meaning it was minted in Edinburgh, one of the last coins ever made in Edinburgh, as the Edinburgh Mint was closing down soon into the reign of Queen Anne. As the Act of Union, Scotland was then part of England, and so therefore the Royal Mint made coins for all of the newly formed UK. Anyway, that's what the history of that E is. We've got Queen Anne's famous portrait there, quite high grade. But look at this. Look at that. That's beautiful in my opinion. This is the stuff. I love early milled coins. I don't know if you saw it. I've said it many times now, but I'm sort of locked in now. Early milled silver coins. That's my real true pleasure within coin collecting at the moment. So we've got 1708, legend around, crown shields, garter star to the center. Very, very cool. This is a coin that, not everyone, but like in the world of coins, of this sort of design. I've done videos on it in the past, videos on these kind of coins, but now I actually own one. And one of the best parts of this coin, I apologize, the video is probably very long now with all the footage, but I'm going to be rambling on for a little while more about this coin. But we can see, look at that. The coin has an edge inscription, which is really, really cool to have an edge inscription for something that is over 300 years old. Now, I'm sure you're wanting to know, what did I pay for this? Now, what I think was a good price on the day, I paid £150 for this coin. I think it's a good price. I think it's money well spent. Comment down below if you agree. What a gorgeous coin. I did tell you the prices of everything else I did. I always forget the prices. But this price, £150. And look at that. That's going to look lovely going into my collection. So there we go. I would usually say, comment below your favorite coin. It's kind of obvious. I mean, this is the coin of the day for me. And yeah.
Come down, have a look. We're in Joyce's Yard car park in the centre of Basingstoke. It's not difficult to find us. We've been here 42 years now, and we love it. And you can park outside, you can just stroll in. We probably ignore you most of the time, so you can poke about in peace and quiet. Hope to see you soon.
So there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this video, and we'll see you again next time for more coins in the future. Please subscribe as well, leave a like, all the comments, all the good stuff for the YouTube, hit the notification bell, all of that stuff, and I'll see you next time on Bits and Bobs. Bye for now.